that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. He's going to take a shot, and that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Gets fielded in the end zone, and no run back. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. 31's the mic. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Throwing again. Fields. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44. Rush in. Rush in. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go.
On first down, Fields. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Hey, watch that.
On first and 10, Fields steps away. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing on first down, Fields. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
I'll tell you who was excited by that play, and that was the defensive front. They didn't need any additional help. They got to him in a hurry. And right there, he had to make a big-time decision. I think he made the right one. Protect the football, then protect yourself.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
He will never admit to that, but he's probably been about himself first.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He finds his target. It's Evans. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, they sucked the defense in with a play fake, went over the top.
And I know from past experience, when offenses do that, a lot of times the defense guys are screaming at them, run the ball, run the ball. The offense doesn't really care. They got 6 points.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon. It just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
31's the mic. Who that? 31's the mic. 3 buzz. 31's the mic.
From the gun, Fields. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, If you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On fourth down, Fields. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his fourth touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point. Now let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a second time for 6 points.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Haskins. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. It's no secret they have been struggling big time. They've gone 2 months without a win, 8 straight losses. But right now they do have the lead. Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Haskins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Fields. That is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Fields. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. They go play action with Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Haskins. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Haskins to throw. That throw good for 4. It's down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so two remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. That would have been from way downtown. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Deron Payne. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Second and 14. Open man is QT, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off,
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DJ Chark. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
54, Mike, 54.
On first down, Fields. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. 31's the mic.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw on third down. Fields out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Here we go. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. I'm coming for you.
To throw on second down. Fields. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
All day, baby. All day.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, Fields on the move to his left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I got you.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, Fields. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
31's the mic. Man, I got you.
Looking to throw. Fields. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here's McCaffrey, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard. Operating from the gun, Fields. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for